All right, before I tell you all about the Cami extension, I want to tell you something you want to get finished first before you ever go to the Google Chrome store. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have a place where you can find the PDF versions of your worksheets. I've created a worksheet folder inside of my Google Drive, and right here you can see one worksheet that I'll be using as my example today. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to check out the Cami extension. It is literally the best tool for special ed teachers. Really, it's our dream come true as far as a PDF annotation tool goes. So the first thing you want to do is go to your Chrome web store, and you're going to type Cami into the search engine. This should pop up. I've already added Cami to my extension, so you can see it says it's added right here. Otherwise, it would say add to Chrome, just like these two over here. After you do that, I'll have you sign in with your school email address, and then you'll be ready to get started. So I'm going to go up here to the Cami app. And it's going to bring up some options for me. I'm going to use this time open from Google Drive because that's where I've saved my worksheets. You might need to do open from computer because your sheets are saved on there. A tip here is if you go to a new blank page, you can use the annotation tools and that blank page as a remote whiteboard. So like I said, I'm going to go to open from Google Drive. I'm going to find where I have my worksheets folder. I'm going to click on the worksheet I want and press select. And now my worksheet PDF is ready for me to annotate however I need. This could also be for the student's view too, and how I'm going to show you how they would use it. First of all, there's a dark mode setting on this extension. If you click on where your initials are, you can see dark mode and it'll change it over to dark mode. Sometimes this is just easier for you or for your students to read. Another way it might be easier for students to read is by using an additional Chrome extension called Color Overlay. This is not part of Cami, but something else you can go and find. It's a third-party extension. So I have it right here, and I'm just going to turn it on real fast and show you what it does. It just puts a colored overlay over any web page, not just in Cami, but anything on the internet. I'm going to turn it off for today. So now let's take a look at some of the tools. The first tool we have here is a dictionary. So let's say I didn't know what the word blubber meant. I'd highlight it. And it's going to give me the definition for blubber. The next is a text-to-speech tool. This tool will allow the student to select any or all of the text on the page and have it read to them.
In the freezing ocean waters of Antarctica, the planet's largest seals make their home in a frozen world. These giants are southern elephant seals, and they can grow at...
I can use these tools here to go to a previous sentence, go to the next sentence, read it again in a loop. I can also change the voice. Alex has my favorite voice on here. And I can speed up or slow down how fast the reader is reading. The next tool is a markup tool. So here I have a text highlighter, and I can go in and highlight different parts of the text I want my students to pay attention to. I could use the box highlighter and kind of do the same thing, but highlight a bigger chunk of information all at one time. I could strike through things or underline certain words maybe that I want them to go back and look at. Next is the comment box, and you can choose where you want to leave a comment. Say I want to leave a comment right here, then I can just go over here and type my comment in, such as, did you know what blubber meant? I could also voice type that instead of typing it in on the keyboard. Another option is to leave a video comment. So say I want to leave a video comment right here. Here I am making my video comment here. I think this would be great for leaving videos. If your student uses sign language, then you can make a sign language video right here to ask a question or to explain this paragraph, and they can reply to you too in a video comment. You see there, it saves it. And we could click on play, and it would play the video comment for you. Next is the text box. So if you see down a little farther here, I have some questions to answer. So all I have to do is click on where those lines are, and then I can start typing the answer. You can modify this for your students by doing sentence starters here before you share this with them as an assignment. You could give them 2 different choices on these lines here and have them circle a choice later. You can also change the font color if you want to. Next, there's a drawing tool. So if you had a blank page or a page where they need to draw something on, they could draw on here too. So say I wanted to draw something right there. That's what that tool is for. But I don't want to do that, so I'm going to go down here to this eraser tool and erase that. The shapes tool is good not only for drawing shapes, but it also could be good for eliminating some of the questions that you want your students to do. So select the rectangle, make sure the transparency is all the way up, and say I don't want my student to answer question number 3. So I'm just going to drag that rectangle in white right over the whole question, and then that gets rid of that question. They'll never know it was there. You could even take the numbers off, so you know they don't know that they're missing number 3. And again, the eraser tool, it can erase drawings and shapes. I want to erase that one. I want them to know there's number 5 there, whatever. You can also insert an image. You can insert it from a file from Google Drive. This is a freemium tool, which means right now it's free, but you can see right here that this trial ends in 28 days. And so after that time, you'd have to pay for it. But all these other tools, besides the equation tool right there, are all free tools. So say I want to assign this assignment to Google Classroom. So I'm going to go over here to where these 3 bars are, and I'm going to go to create assignment, and it's going to send this assignment to Google Classroom for me. So I'm going to select the class I want it to be in. I want it to go to the team leaders. I can either select to send it to all the students. I can select which student to send it to. So I told Jennifer I might be sending her some assignments, so I am only selecting her today. This assignment will be called World's Largest Seal. And then I can type in the worksheet or the instructions here if I would like to do that. And remember, always choose this make a copy for each student. I'm not going to give her a due date this time. And then I'm going to assign it to her, and it's going to pop up for her to do as an assignment. So now I can open this in Classroom to see what it looks like. You can see here the assignment's been assigned. And then the student will need to go to the top and open with Kami. So remember, they also have to have the extension downloaded. And now the student can see all the highlighting that I made, the comments that I made, the video comments I made, and they can complete this worksheet. They can see, oh, the number 3 is missing, so I have to do number 3. So I hope you can see how Kami is a great tool for making modifications and really is a special ed teacher's dream come true.